What up, everybody? Welcome y'all to the Not Coach Tomlin Show. I got my boy Money Mitch on the show with us today. This is the first of many. We're just gonna kind of go over, some things that we've seen so far in the 2025 season. Um, Talk about the upcoming game with the Vikings, and I'm interested to know, how Mitch is feeling about the Steelers so far, because this has been my guy for a minute now. We've been a part of a Steelers fan group for about
Yes,
I
sir.
don't, I don't even know how many years now at this point.
Well, we
Um,
started it. We started it like about 8, 9 years ago, probably. So we've been going strong. Our numbers been getting good. So
yeah,
hopefully it
so
stay that way.
where you from, Mitch?
I'm from the DMV area, PG County, Maryland. For those that don't know, it's basically where Michael Beasley, Kevin Durant, um, Navarro Bowman. Trying to think of somebody on our team that's from our area. Marcus Allen was from the area. Chad Scott used to play Pittsburgh. He's from the area. Uh,
I got a lot of ballers from out there.
yeah, we doing a lot on this side.
Yeah, I'm from Connecticut, man. We ain't got ballers like that, but we got a few. We got a
yeah,
few.
yeah. I know y'all. Ain't Dan
Connecticut.
Orlowski from up that way?
Yeah, Dan from down the road. Dan from Shelton, Connecticut.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because I know he
Uh,
went to Connecticut too.
yeah, he went to UConn. So yeah, I mean, you see Dan every day. Connecticut finest in the building. So,
Mm,
um, but yeah, we got Tyler Booker just got drafted to the Cowboys. He's from New Haven, Connecticut. He the
oh
most
shoot,
recent one. He the most recent one I can think of. He went to Bama.
oh man, across the league where we got a lot of them across
Yeah,
the league.
all right, don't, all right. You don't gotta go all. You don't gotta do all that.
I wasn't going to do it. There's too many to name. I can't even remember all the fools.
Yeah, so let's get into it, man. So how are you feeling? What are your initial thoughts on this small sample size, man? 2025 season, 3 games in. What are some of your initial, I guess, knee jerk thoughts about the first 3 weeks so far?
Well, look, me and you've talked about a lot of this stuff already. So I'm gonna start where I'm always going to start, and that's with the defense.
Yep.
The defense, man. I expect it to be way better, even though I have low expectations of the defensive coordinator. And
Okay.
I'm gonna say this because I say it all the time, man. But a lot of Steelers fans think they know it all, but I know better. Mike Tomlin is
Yep.
not calling the defense, bro. He's not. Terrell Austin is calling the defense. It's his defense. He's called
Yep.
making the calls. Um, for 3 years, I just been seeing the same issues, and I still see the same issues. Communication issues. The middle of the field wide open, and then when we do play man coverage, it's like we got to play 10 yards off. It'd be 4th and 2, and we playing 10 yards off. That makes absolutely no sense to me. You know what I'm saying? So like
Yep.
the defense has been disappointing. Even though I feel like we played better last week, but we need to be better. Um,
Yep.
Offensively, after we've been up and down, but I kind of expected that, especially with a new quarterback and new weapons and stuff like that. I kind of figured that, but I feel my gut feeling. God knows, I hope I'm right. My gut feeling is that we're gonna get better as the year go along, particularly the offensive line and special teams. Man, I'm not worried about special teams at all, man. With our punter and Boz, bro,
Yep.
I don't have no worries there. Now, if Boz get hurt, I might cry.
Now I will
Like,
too. That's for sure. I'll definitely be sad. It'd be a sad day in Pittsburgh if Boz go down, man.
it definitely will be, but hopefully we keep them upright, keep them protected.
Yes,
But
sir. So yeah, I mean, I echo a lot of them same sentiments, man. Especially because I done upgraded my NFL Plus, and I got the NFL Pro. I'll be looking at all the all 22s and all that for the games, and
Uh,
I I done watched all three of them so far, man, and it's a lot of the same issues that keep coming up in regards to the defense. They
hmm
play much better on the run this past Sunday. So they wasn't really getting gashed. They wasn't really getting moved off the spot. The defensive line, I will say, Terrell Austin. I don't know if he was just listening to us or something, but he incorporated a lot of game up front that kind of
Yeah,
got Drake May confused this past Sunday, and they were getting
with the
home.
lineman. With
Yeah,
the lineman. Yeah,
yep,
with the lineman. I think Harmon coming in was a spark also. I think his
yeah,
his his youth, I think, played a big part in that game. He played a lot more snaps than I thought he would too. Hopefully he
yeah,
played more this
yeah. He got his first sack in like the second drive of the game or something like that, and
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
he took on double teams and he was making plays, man. So like that definitely was something that was big for the defensive line and then for the defense as a whole, But on the
Mhm.
back end, man, them inside linebackers looking real lost out there, I guess, man. I know it was real nice to see Cole Holcomb in that first drive, force that fumble, right? That was the best part to me because the other two dudes, man, they be running from the contact with them big boys.
Yeah,
And so
yeah.
when Cole ran up in there, took on a blocker, and he reached out the arm and just happened to force that fumble, that was something I like to see, from the run defense, man. That's something that we haven't seen in the first two games, So that was definitely nice to see. And then Peyton Wilson and Queen, they be getting lost in that zone, man. That
I
zone,
think a lot of that come to do. I'm sorry to cut you off.
no, you good.
A lot of that in the run game, I think, got to do with the guys up front. The guys up front got to keep them linemen off of them.
Yeah,
But I will
Benton was
say,
getting dusted.
yeah, but he ain't no nose, man. I
Nah, he
think they need
not.
to put him they need to put him on the edge. Put
He
Harmon
not
at the
big. He
nose.
not big enough. He not big enough to play nose, man. He too light.
I feel like he lost. You seem like he lost weight or like he's slimming down or something too. But he's quick.
Yeah,
So like
yeah,
let him play on the edge. Let Cam play the other edge. Let Harmon play in the middle. But Peyton, this only his second season, so I'm not going to be hard on the kid. But he
right.
definitely takes bad angles. He takes bad
He
angles to
does.
get to the ball carrier. Queen, I think, get caught up in the wash a lot of times. I know he got that
Yep.
oblique injury. I don't think nobody really knew about it, but I knew week 2 that something was going on. Remember, when I think I talked to you.
Yeah, he
We
was
was
playing
talking
hurt.
about. Yeah, I said I know he's playing hurt because I could see the way he's holding his shoulder. I thought he hurt his shoulder or something like, but they said he had an oblique injury for 2 weeks. So it's
Yeah,
like, okay, I was like that. I knew something was going on with him, but he's still trying to make out there, being a warrior, trying to make plays.
yeah,
But
yeah.
to
He
your
was out
point,
of play. I remember the Seattle game that touchdown they gave up to the tight end because of that zone. And of course,
hmm
that goes back to Austin too, man. Because you got to look at these guys kind of like But the Barner, I remember Barner kind of crossing his face and he didn't go with him. He was a step too slow. Touchdown.
right,
Same thing happened
right,
with Hunter Henry with Peyton Wilson on that. He was going where him and Ramsey run into the same spot. Hunter Henry
yeah,
run
yeah.
right past him. You
That's the
know,
communication, man. They gotta
yeah.
get that communication together on that back
And
end.
like you
I
said,
think
man,
if you
like you said, hopefully they'll continue to get some of that stuff right as the season goes on. And this was a question I had later on for you, but I'll ask it now since we're here. So we in Ireland this week, and then we got a bye. How you feel about the early season bye?
I don't like it. I'll be honest with you. But
Yeah,
the way it kind of fell, it's probably at a good place for us. To be honest with you, at this point where we are, like we so supposedly we getting Elliott and JPJ back. So
yeah,
getting them right there and getting some guys healthy. I know the only one that probably won't be back yet is Highsmith, and I'm fine with that.
yeah,
But I'm just glad to get our other guys back. I feel like the communication and stuff will be back to the normal for having Elliott, having JPJ. They can Ramsey can move around a little more with Slay and JPJ there instead of having Echoes and Lord God help me, Pierre
Oh
be
man,
out there.
yeah, James Pierre was out there. I said, oh man, oh
I
man.
seen him on digs. I was getting nervous. I was getting nervous. I was like, he on digs? Like, what we
Yeah,
doing? Like, really? But I
yeah.
mean,
So like the boys they forced 5 turnovers. Man. It's hard. Like I said in my little recap, it's hard to complain too much when you force 5 turnovers, man. But there
yeah,
was still a lot of meat left out there. Pause. Um,
mm,
they left a lot of food on the table still. You know,
yeah.
especially with them long drives, man. They couldn't get off the field. That's a problem. You know, them third
They was tying
downs and
them
them
up.
fourth downs. You know, penalties and there's still some sloppiness going on there. They only gave up 14 points, you know, but I think it's partly luck and partly poor execution on the Patriots' part. You know, I feel like we kind of got lucky a little bit, you know. But Cam Hayward, what you think about Cam?
I love that dude, man. I ain't gonna lie. He like one of my favorite players on the team.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. They talking all
I
that
think,
mess, man. My boy got forced 2 turnovers inside that 5.
yeah. But the thing is though, Mike Tomlin preached that the whole week. They know they prone to give up the ball, fumbling the ball. So they said
Yep,
they had extra. They already work on it, but they was extra about it this week, and it panned out. Panned
yep,
4 fumbles. That was big.
yeah, yeah.
Those
That was
turnovers
a
was
huge
big.
deal.
Yeah, Minnesota
Pepper.
turned forced 5 turnovers too. Ironically,
Yep.
but they turned 2 of them into 14 points.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. 5 turnovers forced, and we could talk about the offense now. 5 turnovers
Mm.
forced, man. What we just scored 2 touchdowns off of them, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Was it?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So we
Yeah,
scored a
two. It was
touchdown
two
off the
touchdowns.
first one,
The first one, and the last one.
and then the last one. You know,
Hmm.
and so like that is that goes back to the offense, man. What you think about the line so far? I think they played a little bit better last week, but I don't know, man. What you think about Broderick?
So I'm gonna say this because I need people to know my position about Broderick. I'm not against the kid. I'm hoping that
It's
he
now
he
time
gets
for
better as
bed.
the year progresses. But
Yeah,
when we first got him, drafted him, I said I didn't like him in the first round because I felt like he was a project. I said
yeah,
that then. I was getting killed for it. But you know me, bro. I don't care about that. So
right.
so now I hear people complain, but I was like, yo, I told y'all he was a project. They used him like he was a project. And I was
Hmm.
like, now that he finally got to his position that he played in college, he ain't been in it for 3 years.
Yeah, now
So
he
it's
got to try to
like,
undo. He got to undo all the technique and all of that.
exactly. And remember the video that I sent in our group chat up earlier about Big Ben talking
Yeah,
about how he stands up straight up. And he do stand straight up.
he
And I
do.
was like, that's a problem. That's a
Yep.
problem. Like, but that goes back to Pat Meyer. Like, you an offensive line coach. How are you letting him get away with this? Not necessarily get away with, but why are you letting him do this
Yeah,
flawed
it's a
technique
bad
and
habit.
not correcting it? You're the coach. You're supposed to be correcting this bad habit. And I think that's where
Yeah,
everybody frustration really coming on. But I feel like the line been getting better over the first 3 weeks though.
yeah. Because I think what's happening is and Kurt Warner mentioned this, but I think somebody else mentioned it too. But I think what's happening is that some of that inconsistency got Aaron real like I won't say panicky in the pocket, but he don't really step into it like that because it's been
You
collapsing.
don't trust
You
it.
know, he
You
don't
don't
really
trust it.
trust it just yet, and that's something that's
Mm,
gonna come along with time, of course. But he got to get them quick throws off, them check downs off, and sometimes the Lions holding up well, but he's just like, I gotta get this out of my hands, and
yeah.
it's worrying me because it's like that's what Kenny Pickett used to do, man, and I do not need them kind of flashbacks, yo.
Oh my
You
God.
know.
We don't need the other number 8. You know what I'm saying? We don't
Yeah,
need that
don't be
problem.
playing like that, man.
Heck nah.
But what you think about Aaron so far?
Um, he been steady. I can't complain. You
Yeah,
can see where I feel like if we didn't have Aaron Rodgers, we could possibly be 0-3.
yeah,
Honestly. Um, but I also feel like if he'd have played better in game two, we probably could be 3-0. You know what I
yep.
mean?
Calvin Austin messed up that. I felt like that was a dime. He was throwing the fire move from the back of that end zone.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. With you, Ferg move makes me nervous too. Like he threw
He
that
dropped a
pass to
couple.
Ferg move. Yeah, bro. Like, come on, dog. You in that spot. You got this
Uh huh.
quarterback. You got to make those plays. Like, you know what I'm saying. You can't
Yeah,
leave. Like you said earlier, we've been leaving a lot of points on the field, man. We just gotta be better. I think we can get better. Man, this is a hell of a challenge this week.
yeah. What you thinking?
I think we can win it, but to me, it's really about. I don't know if it was you who said it or somebody else. Arthur Smith gotta line up the plays the right way, and I think if he like earlier in the game last week, them first two drives, particularly the second one, that drive was
Yep.
damn near perfect. Like, you know what I'm saying, we
Mm-hmm.
had a balance, play action, running it, everything you
They
want
had
to see
even
from the
had
offense.
Kenny G took a wildcat snap. I said, oh, we doing
Yeah,
different stuff this week. All right.
yeah. And I was feeling that. And then
Yeah.
the rest of the joint that what Aaron Rodgers said, oh man, then we sat down for like 30 minutes. I was
Yep.
like, yeah, you really realized basically sat down for 30 minutes. We just gotta be better, man.
Yeah,
We
because
gotta be better.
that's when they went on that long drive and scored right after that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
They
So
went
the
that long
Vikings,
drive.
man, the Vikings got Addison coming back off that suspension,
Mm-hmm.
and then Jefferson, man, he one of the best in the game, if not the best in the game. You
Man,
know,
he definitely is. Yeah,
and, and
he makes me nervous.
yeah,
That boy can ball.
Hawkinson. They got Mason is nice too, man. And Carson Wentz. Like people could look down on him if they want, but he's still in the game, man. He can still throw that shit. So
He a
um
savvy veteran, man. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? And that
and he
is
got
something
some
about
playmakers.
their coach. Yeah, that's what I was saying to somebody yesterday. I was like, man, look, he got playmakers.
Yep,
Anybody got playmakers, man, you kind of gotta be like, look, if he be a point guard and just get the ball to them guys, he can make some stuff shake. You know what I'm
yep,
saying? We just gotta be.
exactly.
I'm really concerned about Hawkinson because
Yeah,
that boy he
yeah.
is
He could
tough.
light it up, man. He could light it up, especially after the way Hunter Gronkowski did us on Sunday, man. You
Oh yeah,
know,
he called him Hunter Krakowski.
yo, something about them Patriots tight ends, man. They be tearing us up, man. I don't know what it is, man, but they got a lot of guys that they can get the ball to. So that means that we got to apply that pressure, man. That pressure we brought on Sunday, got to bring it this week because Carson Wood, he can turn that ball over. So we
Yeah,
got to make sure
yeah.
we get to him, man. Because if these guys start getting open on them crossing routes that we be getting dogged on the past couple of weeks,
Mhm.
it I don't think we're not ready to sustain a shootout. I don't think this
Nah,
offense ain't ready for shooting out. So
nah. We did it week
defense got to
one.
make some plays.
I don't think we can keep doing it. Let
Yeah.
me ask you though. What do you think about the secondary now that we probably getting our two guys back?
So like we haven't really gotten a chance to see them all in full effect yet.
Mm-hmm.
So um, I think Joey Jr. provides that spark and that physicality and still being able to run with the youngins. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Slay lost a step, man. Ramsey lost. We could just say that these guys are old. They old veteran champions, and but truth is, they lost a step, But I think that JPJ coming back would allow Ramsey to go back to that safety spot like they were playing with earlier in the Jets game before he went
Mm-hmm.
down, and before Elliott went down. Because and Elliott coming back, man, that's my boy right there. That's a Longhorn right there. So that's my man.
Yeah.
So having them two guys back there, because Juan Thornhill be lost in the sauce, man.
Yeah. I think
Um,
that's because he's new to the defense.
yeah,
Him and
he's trying to
Clark.
figure it out.
Yeah. Him, Clark, and Peppers for that matter. But
Yeah,
I
yeah.
like having the depth at the position though. You know what I'm
Pepper's a
saying?
dog. You
I
could
do.
Pepper's the dog. You could just plug him in wherever he gonna make it work. Um,
Yeah, Mitch, Mitch.
Thornhill. Yeah, Thornhill. He a Super Bowl champ as well.
Yeah,
He ain't new to this, but like he just I don't know. Sometimes he just look lost too. But having Elliott back there or up there because he moves around, and Ramsey probably play back. Then we could see what it really looks like. Slay on one side, JPJ, Ramsey, move him around in the nickel or drop him back, however we want to do it. Then we could play around a little bit there, and it'd be nice to get Highsmith back because we had Highsmith, then we didn't have Herbig. Now we got Herbig, now we don't got Highsmith. So like we're getting that rotation
right.
in, and Jack Sawyer get in there. Jack Sawyer continue to get his feet wet, get better at his craft. We got to be able to work as a complete unit. You know what I mean? I like Cole Holcomb getting mixed in the
Mhm.
linebacker rotation because we need him to be thumping because these other two not really
Right,
thumping like that. So
right,
getting
right,
him in
right.
there and thumping because we're gonna need to do that because they're gonna try to run this ball and then they're gonna try to make it easy for Carson. Play action, drop back, them deep crossing. I know they're gonna run a couple of those, so got
Yeah,
to be ready for that. And that's the one time they don't run the zone.
yeah. I agree. When I am nervous about because I think Queen been out there thinking too much. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? I think he's out there thinking too much. I just want him to just play free.
hmm
And
Yep.
but my fear is that they're able to run the ball, play action, and them deep crosses. You know what I'm saying? Them deep crosses. I'm like, man,
Yeah. If that happens, man, it's gonna be a long day. They're gonna do whatever they want to do out there.
yeah,
And they
yeah,
defense, B Flow ready to he licking his chops for this one.
hell yeah. And
So
that's why I think us running the ball was key. You know what I'm saying? Even the threat of it is key. You know what I'm saying? But I
hmm
think this game in particular, we gotta take some shots deep because if
yeah.
if Williams hers, their safety
Yep.
22, if he get any
Harrison
kind of
Smith.
inkling that we doing everything in front of us, trouble,
Yeah, he coming up.
trouble, yeah,
Yeah.
trouble big time.
Yeah. So we gotta and that goes back to the old line and Aaron really trusted that they could hold up for 4 seconds. So you could let that thing fly. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah,
otherwise they got to move the pocket around, let him roll out. Because that pass, I remember last week he threw that pass to Freiermuth that he dropped. But when he dropped back and threw that joint, I said, "Come on, that's old Aaron right there. That's not old man Aaron. That's old school Aaron
uh,
right there."
yeah, he dimed them.
Yep.
I was about 34 yards down the field. I was like,
Yep.
oh shit! Like I couldn't believe he did that. I was like,
DK
man,
ready. DK ready for some of those. He better catch him.
yeah, we need to get him on some of those. You know what I mean? And put
Yeah.
Roman Wilson out there. Good lord, let
Roman
them run
Wilson. I
the
ain't seen. I ain't seen Roman Wilson. I was gonna ask you about him and Scotty Miller. Ben Skowronek been getting more reps and catches than them dudes, man. So like, what we talking about?
I don't know. I'm a Michigan guy, so I need to see my man Roman Wilson because I know he can do some damage, man. Like he got the speed to do
Yeah.
some damage. He real good on them drag routes and stuff. Like man, we need to
He a
implement some
tough kid,
drag
man. He a
routes.
tough kid. I think he needs
Yeah,
a chance. I just don't know like what are we missing as the fans? Like is something just not clicking for him in practices or what? I remember Aaron saying during camp he needs him to like believe in himself or something like I forgot
yeah,
how he worded it, something like that. But um we gotta see something out of that, because now the bye week coming, I wouldn't be surprised if they trying to make a move to get a receiver. I know we picked up Isaiah Hodgins, but that's not
that's not it.
moving the needle
He ain't
for
even been
nobody.
on the field. He probably not gonna be on the field neither.
Yeah,
That's the wild part. So it's like,
that's not moving the needle for nobody, but I could see
no,
them making a play or at least talking to a couple teams about some of these folks. DJ Moore over there in Chicago looking like an odd man out kind of first couple weeks. I know he's gonna be all right, but uh,
everybody ain't going nowhere.
you know,
They let
uh,
DJ Moore go. They crazy.
they're gonna be crazy for sure. But you see, Caleb, man, he got the connection with them two young boys.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
just
well, I
thinking of
already
people
knew he had it with I
with
about to say
Rome.
a Buka. It's not a Buka. Rome. So
Yeah,
he already had it with him. Then
yeah,
then DJ, DJ was already there.
But
Damn, that
Luther,
would
him
be
and
nice.
he got Luther involved. But we got to make a move for something like that, a splash,
Yeah,
something actual like significance. You know what I mean? Because when I saw they picked up DK, I was like, oh, that's big, man. Him and Pickens, man, they about to do some work. And then it was like, get Pickens out of here. And I saw it coming down the line, but I didn't think it was going to happen like that. I thought we was going to at least get a chance to
yeah,
see him, work it out. And that's before we got Aaron. And I'm hearing he had a part in Pickens getting moved, but
yeah.
we still
I
need.
don't even think that's true because he ain't even know the dude. You know what I'm saying?
Right?
So it's
Yeah,
like
yeah. I
I
don't.
don't even make sense. I think they just try to pin that on Aaron, but I think the team was over Pickens,
Yeah,
honestly.
I think so.
And I'm be honest with you, I'm kind of glad they made that move, honestly. But after that, I wish we would have made a move. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
it was
I
a
wish
couple
they
of
had a
dudes in the
contingency
draft.
move. I love Calvin
Yeah,
Austin, man, but he's quite. I think he's the number 3, man, or like a 2A. You know what I mean? He's not quite the full number 2 guy. And John, they don't throw him out there as a number 2. You know what I mean? He's still in the tight sets and things of that nature. So they're not really doing what I thought. I thought they were going to put him out in the slot and kind of like draw attention like that or fry me, because we got the guys that could really do that. But like you said, man, they still figuring it out. And
but see, the personnel packaging that Arthur Smith puts out there, he don't necessarily put out a lot of receivers. Like he'll put
nah,
out it'd be 2 wide receivers and 2 tight ends, but they
yeah,
split out. And I'm like, I get that, but it's hard to get separation that way. Like you know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
he be
Like you
split.
need
He be
to,
splitting Friday move out. He'll put John New in the slot. He'll have Darnell on the line. Like,
yeah.
yo, hold up.
Like, hold on, man. Look, like, won't you if you're gonna split them, won't you put Roman Wilson out there with them? That's more speed on the field, and then had John New or Furmu out there also. Then now
Yeah,
you got some speed. Them tight ends can work all that underneath stuff or the seams. You know what I'm saying? Like do it like that. But
yeah.
who am
So
I?
yeah. So what's your score prediction for this Ireland game? What you think?
Man, I've been thinking about that all day. Been trying to come up with a score. Uh, 24, 28, no, 24-20. Pittsburgh, hopefully. 20.
24-20. Okay.
24-20.
Yeah. I'm looking more like 27-24, I think.
20.
27-24. Boswell hit the game
Game
winner.
winner.
Game winner on him. See him out of there.
That'd be dope in Dublin. Yeah,
Yes, sir.
man. I
We got
would.
to get the
That was-
dub in Dublin for the Roonies, man. You
Yeah,
know?
man. Yeah, man. I hope that's.
Yeah.
I hope that's. I hope. Forget my school. I hope it go like you just said. Forget that. If Bos and kick that joint at the end, win it like that, we walk out and get the dub. Going into the bye, yeah. I
Yeah,
like the
we
way
need
that's.
that. We need
Yeah,
that,
that'll be
man.
sweet.
Yeah,
And we
but I
be sitting at the
appreciate you.
top of the division.
Yeah. I appreciate you taking the time out, man. We had some technical difficulties and all that. We're gonna be back to talk. We're gonna be back to talk more about this after the game Sunday. We could probably go live again, maybe like Monday after I get a look at the film, get my eyes on the tape and all that. Um,
Okay. Because
then they'll be back.
I watch the game. I always watch the games twice. Anyway, I watch the
Yep.
game once with my feelings in it, and then I watch it again with just my eyes in
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Yeah. I've been trying to figure out how I could live stream a game while I'm watching it, but I'm not trying to do that because I've been broke something. So
Can't. No, I know I can't. Remember when they was saying, "Well, hey man, I'm gonna go live during the game." I was like, "Yeah, I can't do that." I was like, "I know
yep.
I can't."
Yeah. So appreciate you, man, like always, and we're gonna chop it up soon, man.
No problem. No problem.
Yes, sir. Peace out, man.
Peace.